let's normalize asking for help. I know that it is a very prominent thought that I see all over the internet, but I think it's twofold. Number one, it's really hard to ask for help and admit in this self sufficient world that we live in that I can't do it all myself. But secondly, you have to also have the giving spirit so that if someone that you care about or someone who's important in your life asks for help, you need to follow through. You need to not just offer it, but give it and follow through with helping them on whatever it is they might need. I met my neighbors in my campground. She said, if there's anything that we can do for you, please just let us know. And my mother says, actually, Shannon's been trying to get this furniture into her living room since January 2nd. It's true. I have been unable to use a gazebo in my yard because I've been protecting furniture that's underneath it because the furniture that was in my house was defective. Long story, doesn't matter. The point is, I have had 4 contractors over who were completely stumped by this or didn't want to do it or whatever. And so it was to the point where I was gun shy. Didn't want to ask anymore because I didn't want to be rejected anymore. And at this point, I have already paid for the furniture. I have it. It's new. I know it fits. I just need someone to do it for me since obviously I'm not in a position to be lifting heavy things. And Darlene turns to her husband, hollers over her shoulder, and within 20 minutes, him, his son, and a friend came into my home, disassembled the furniture, removed it, gave my mom and I time to clean. Darlene even swept up after them, and they had my new furniture in my house. Now, something that had been a pain point for me, that I had been willing to pay what I felt was good money to a contractor to do for me. And here is a complete stranger who said, I mean it. With their behavior, they said, when we offer to help, we mean it. Now, by a half an hour after he met me, he was back at his fire pit drinking a beer and having a good time. What for him was maybe a small act of giving, for me was a huge act of receiving. And as someone who is as gun shy as I am when it comes to asking for help, having them give it so very freely and generously was amazing. And I just feel like in this world, we are all so beaten down. It is a rare day that you meet someone who is honestly and genuinely in a good place. And anything that you can do to help those around you when they ask for help, I think is so important, because that's going to help each of us feel safer when we need to do the asking. Another way to make the world a better place that's just a small thing, but can be really huge.